Right, Charlie. Right.
Neil, congratulations to you.
Thanks.
What does that all mean to you? What did you think of tonight's performance?
That was a good performance. I think Charlie's right. I think it was a brilliant performance, but it was a good controlled team performance. And you know, we sacrificed a little bit leaving Key out because you know these games are physical, and with Wanyama and Cal in there, we needed to have a platform in the game, and Brown obviously. And then we, you know, we'd always felt we would be dangerous with Forrest and Hooper and Samaras. The main concern was the back four. Obviously, we decided to go with Matthews over Chal. That was a big call, you know, because Chal's been doing very well. And obviously, Rania. We needed someone dominant at the back tonight because I thought their two centre forwards at Ibrox got the better of us early.
And yet, every time I've seen Rania, although you probably don't see enough of him, never mind us. But it looks as if he reads the game well. His positional sense is very good, rather than always being the physical guy. You know what I mean? Like Mastorovic is very much a physical individual. He looks good in there, but it looks as though he reads the situation particularly well.
He's got a good temperament as well, and he's composed. You know, and all the hurly-burly tonight, I could see his head coming up and heading the ball out, which is what you need to do against Rangers because you know, they work the ball well in the wide areas and get the ball in the box. And I thought him and Mulgrew dovetailed superbly tonight because Yell and Lafferty are a handful for any team.
Now, at half-time, in the Kilmarnock game, if I said to you, you'd be 2 points clear going to the new year, would you have believed that, even in your wildest dreams? And I know you're always positive, but there must have come a point.
I always believe we'd get back. It's come quicker than we expected, obviously. But that's the consistency that the team has put this run together. And obviously Rangers, you know over the course of the season that you can't maintain the form they were showing at the start of the season. Injuries bite in, suspensions bite in. And it was important now that we're getting, you know, we haven't had Izagirre all season really, and he'll be a big plus when he comes back. And Mastorovic is 2 or 3 weeks away, so you know those are important players to us. But the players who have played over the last couple of months, and you know the likes of Stokes and Key and Shaw have made a huge contribution to the results so far.
Neil, I was talking at the start of the show about Berham Kayal's comments, better squad, better individuals, and I made the point about individuals can win football matches, but teams win championships, and that's what Rangers' strength has been over the last 3 seasons. I think at Kilmarnock, at 3-0 down, something clicked. You suddenly became a team together, and you just rolled on strength to strength. And tonight was evidence of that. Not a fantastic performance, but there was something within that team that wasn't willing to get beat.
The spirit's a lot better.
And that's what you need.
I think, you know, confidence comes from the victories. I think Motherwell was a big win for us. You know, we scored late on there, and the momentum just started to gather. You know, people like Mastorovic and Kyle and Hooper started really, you know, playing. And Forrest, who has been a revelation this season, has just been so consistent. Wanyama, Matthews, young players who've come into the team, and it hasn't fazed them. So at the minute we're in a good place, but you know this changes nothing. All it does is psychologically give us a lift going into the new year.
What are your thoughts on the goal, which was reminiscent of Ledley's goal in the League Cup final?
Didn't see. I couldn't believe he got up so well. You know, our biggest threat tonight was Thomas. We felt, but I mean he's got up brilliantly there, and you know Charlie's got great delivery. We've tried to work at that back post area because we thought Rangers might be a little bit vulnerable. You know, and he's just got a jump on.
That's desire. There's only one guy who wants to win that. Kurt Broadfoot is caught in his heels. Joe Ledley, look at that. Okay, there's a hand on it, but he wants to get up. He wants to win it. And that's his rewards. I
felt the difference between the two teams at Ibrox second half was Rangers wanted it more than we did, and I didn't want that to happen again. And to be fair to the players, they've galvanised themselves over the last couple of months, and now we're looking a good team. And to be honest with you, I think the European games have been a huge help for us as well in terms of this team growing.
Now there was a disallowed goal in the first half. Let's have a look at it now. What are your thoughts on this? Was it over the line?
No, it's never over the line.
Was that a lucky break for you, Neil, in all honesty?
Well, it looks at, you know, I'm not so sure. Does the hold the ball over the line? Possibly. But I think we had an offside decision on Hooper, which...
That was also onside.
So, you know, one apiece there.
Well, even if it is over the line, the referee or his assistant cannot give it. Because if you're not 100% sure, you cannot give a goal in that circumstance. And it doesn't matter how you produce it or you dress it up. And I have to say yet again, the keeper's done absolutely exceptionally. He scooped that out and all.
Totally agree with you. It's magnificent. You know, it's Gordon Banks material, you know, to get his big frame across, you know, and just put maybe the doubt, you know, in people's minds. It's a magnificent effort from Fraser.
Well, the thing is also, Neil, that Rangers players don't claim. And you will know when your team is trying to score that goal, you normally get a reaction. Jelic does put his arms up.
That's a natural reaction, isn't it?
Isn't it? Your natural instinct to think, gamble, at least they might get something from it.
Yeah,
but I have to say, the keeper I mean, I've been critical of him. I think a lot of people have been critical of him. But in recent months, I think he's been absolutely fabulous.
Well, he got a penalty save against Hearts, and you know, he hadn't saved the penalty since he's been here. And I think I'll give him a huge sort of shot in the arm. And his performance in Udinese was just top drawer, and he's not looked back really since then. We know he's got the talent, he's got a good temperament, and we're seeing all of that now. And you know, to win championships, you need a top goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neil, can I interrupt you for a moment, because we can hear from your opposite number, Ali McCoist.
Ali, how big a blow is that, losing that game?
Well, it's a big disappointment, Peter, of that. There's no doubt. The game itself, I didn't think there was an awful lot in it, really. I don't think conditions helped the standard of the game, but I felt defences were pretty solid. Both defences were pretty solid. And then certainly in games like that, it takes one chance to win it, and unfortunately it didn't go our way.
Did you have a strong feeling that you were worthy of a point? I'm talking, of course, about the significant Wallace chance, which, if you can have a look now, looks as if it was over the line. What was your take on it?
Well, I knew it was close, Peter, to be honest. Yeah, I knew it was very, very close. But obviously from the angle we were at, we couldn't tell either way. But we did look at the reaction of one or two of our players. And it certainly, you know, they certainly felt it was over. You see the goalkeeper make a save there. I don't think there's any doubt. The ball is over. But sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. We didn't get that one.
Didn't get that goal, but you had chances.
Oh, with chances, all right, of course. I think I can remember Edgar getting on the end of one in the first half as well. With certainly chances, I don't think, as I would say, I don't think there's an awful lot of clear-cut chances. But you know, on another day we would have got that goal, and it's a different game. But you know, we're disappointed.
What's your take now with Celtic going top of the league? They have that advantage of 2 points.
That's true, that's very true going into the new year. I did say before the game that you know, whoever won the game doesn't necessarily win your league, that's for sure. But having said that, I'd obviously rather have won the game. But there's still 2 points in it, and we've got absolutely everything to play for. As I said, you know, the effort and the commitment from our team today was really, really pleasing and encouraging. We can do better when we have got the ball, and we can play better. But you know, there's still a long way. We're halfway through in this championship, and a long, long way to go.
Managers earn their corner in situations like this. Do you feel as if you've got a lot of work to do?
We've certainly got work to do, that's for sure. Nobody hands you a title for nothing. You have to earn it. But we know that, and hard work's never scared us before, and it certainly won't now.
Will you have a chance to get maybe some reinforcements in? Do you think you need them?
Yeah, I think we need them. I've gone on record as saying we certainly could do with strengthening in the forward areas. Obviously losing Naismith and Lafferty has been suffering a little bit from an injury. So we certainly could do with strengthening in forward areas of that, there is no doubt.
Will you sacrifice Jelic to try and finance him?
Would I? Not really, no, to be honest with you. You know, you want to keep all your best players, and I'm certainly no different. Most managers would want to keep their best players, and I'm no different.
Thanks for your time, Alec.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again.
When Jelic said that the league was over at 12 points, did you use that article to motivate your players?
To be honest with you, I'm not too sure he said it. You know, these things happen when guys go on national duty. Whether he said it or not, some of the boys picked up on it and just used it as an extra motivation. And it's tit for tat here, David. You know what it's like. Some players say things that they shouldn't, and you know, we tried to stamp down on that from our point of view. We just want to talk about the football and not all the nonsense that goes on elsewhere.
What about Beram Kayal, who looked in a bit of distress when he was carried off?
He just wrapped his ankle. I thought he was brilliant tonight, I have to say. I thought he was fantastic, and the type of player that we've needed in, you know, these games. Yeah, it's a tough challenge from two, you know, battle-hardened players. You know, maybe Lee Studs has shown, but there's not too much in that, to be honest. He'd be fine. He's a tough, really, really tough boy.
You liked a few of them yourself, Neil?
Of course, the ball's out to be won, you know. In this day and age, you know, people, if you show Studs, it's borderline, but I think it's pretty fair, to be honest. You know, I'm not going to complain about that. He'll be all right. It's just a little tweak on the ankle.
What kind of boost is this going to give your players going into the new year? And also, do you need to strengthen now while you're in front in the January window?
I think it's always important to do that anyway. So we've been looking, you know, we've gone on record of saying centre half and centre forward. Just something to give us a little bit different, and particularly in games away from home. And we will do we'll do everything that's best for the club to do that if we can.
Neil, thanks very much. We'll let you take your microphone off and head down and speak to the press, but thanks very much, Neil, for coming up and
boys,
talking.
cheers. All the best. Have a good new year.
And a good year to you too. Neil, from Rangers' point of view,